Hello everyone, welcome back to the podcast. After a month-long wait, I'm finally back. And the main reason why I'm not uploading is because I'm working with college. I'm doing my college enrollment thingies, and that's been doing a lot of my time. So I haven't been able to do my Roblox, my videos, my nothing this past month, but I think it's slowly coming, and finals coming up soon, so expect me to not be on here much. But with that out of the way, let's get right into the news. Now, as you all know, the Roblox egg hunt was finally ended yesterday, March 30th, I believe. And I personally think that there are lots of experiences, lots of different things for people to do. And I think that it's better, like more things to do in Roblox, to be honest, instead of just like doing what you regularly do, like playing your one game. Like, it's an opportunity to experience other games and their different styles instead of just doing the same thing you do every single day. And it makes you more open to different, not only experiences but also games, because that's the main point of Roblox, to be entertaining. But yeah, I think it was a very huge success on Roblox to bring back the egg hunts, especially using the term first edition. That's interesting because that implies that there's going to be a second generation, or what did I say? First edition? Yeah, second edition, third edition, fourth edition, and all that. I think it's really interesting to see. There's also a new audio API that developers can use to build immersive soundscapes and enhance voice communications, from adding inexperienced walkie-talkies to give voice to NPCs. This API unlocks a whole new dimension for developers, and I personally might use it for my upcoming game, if that, one of my updates. Because if you don't know, I have a game. It's just like a hangout place right now. I'm slowly trying to make it into an actual fun game, fun hangout experience where people all over the world can just have fun. That's the main point of my game. I'll tell you at the end of the podcast what that is, and if you want to check it out, you can check it out. Also, now when a server is restarted to update a Roblox experience, players will now automatically reconnect rather than being kicked out and having to manually rejoin, and I think that's pretty awesome. You know how much time you spend when you're just trying to go back to the game you were just in? It's annoying, to be honest, and it's a headache. Scrolling is now supported for text boxes on desktop platforms, meaning text will now scroll when your cursor leaves the bounds of a text box to keep what you're typing in view at all times. I think it's pretty interesting, especially because if you type a lot, especially on a keyboard, you end up typing more than you really think, and you end up not really understanding or seeing, looking back, what you know. And contrary to what they were saying in the RDC, last year's RDC, they will not be introducing items with flexible quantities. Limited and non-limited items will continue to coexist. And I think that's kind of weird how they were trying to do that. In my honest opinion, back on it, it's kind of dumb, because you got limited, you got unlimited. And limited means that there's a limited amount of items that can go around, and a non-limited means that anyone can buy one, and it can just keep on going and existing forever and ever until they just end up going non-limited, I think. But like once you go from non-limited to limited, you can't go back from limited to non-limited. You know how it means? And in surprising news, Chucky Psycho has arrived on Roblox and Griefville survived the nightmare. And I think this is interesting to say the least. This happened on the 8th, by the way. This was like a long time ago. I don't know how the game's doing right now. If it's still up, if it still has Chucky, I don't play much Roblox anymore. And back to Bloxburg. As always, we usually talk about Bloxburg on the podcast every once a week at most. And there's really two things I gotta talk about Bloxburg. So the first one was that on March 16th, Bloxburg became free for like a couple minutes, like an hour I think, and people were like panicking thinking it was free for real. And everyone was like saying, "Oh no, Bloxburg's free now. We gotta hide. We gotta build our fortresses. We gotta protect our houses from the griefers, from the free-to-play players. Yuck! Bring back the aristocratism," and all that stuff. And then really, it was just like a glitch in the Roblox part. But then something interesting happened like a while after this. Like I think like a couple days ago, they announced the official Bloxburg team announced that they would be going free after a few updates. Like they would actually be coming out of beta after the couple updates. So maybe 0.1099999, I think. I don't know anymore. They just add numbers to that, I think, just to make it not free anymore. But in my honest opinion, I don't know if Bloxburg should be free, because it's mostly just like you're paying to play Bloxburg, and I think that's one of the few games that you would honestly just think that you had to pay for it. Like, I don't think it should be like a situation where you could just go into it like every other free-to-play game, because I fear that it's gonna happen. Like, it's gonna eventually turn into a from pay-to-play to free-to-play to pay-to-play again. Like, you gotta pay to win, basically. Like, they're gonna shove a lot of different monetary things into Bloxburg, because like, let me remind you guys that Bloxburg was bought out from Co-optus for $1 billion. You don't think they're gonna make their money back? They want to make their money back? They're gonna make their money back. That's what I'm saying. They're gonna do something that'll like make us hate Bloxburg in the future if it does become free to play. But I think the pay to play feature allows them to be like, "Oh yeah, we got some money here. We got money. We got enough. We have enough money." You know, companies can't be saying that we have enough money. Otherwise, they wouldn't be in business. They wouldn't be pleasing the shareholders, as you say. But yeah, that's what my thoughts on Bloxburg becoming free. And in the world of developing, something interesting in my opinion has come around. Once again, Roblox has amazed me with their developmental skills. Roblox has announced the beta of Texture Generator for Studio, a tool that lets AI, quote AI, create custom textures for your meshes simply from word prompts. And I've tried to hire 3D modelers, and their rates were like too expensive for me. Back when I was like starting out, like trying to do like all this stuff, all of these different game ideas I've always wanted to do, and I was trying to learn how to 3D, but I don't think that textures are going to be extremely, like, it's a high skilled job basically, and you pay a lot of money for someone that's very good at the job, very high quality work. But then the thing is though, when you have AI take over these complicated jobs, the people that actually do these jobs, their value will go down, and they'll eventually have to charge very low prices, despite you being able to do this for literally free. But in my honest opinion, I think that you can texture, if you want to learn how to texture, like, AI is not going to completely take over everything right now, but in my honest opinion, AI is kind of bad right now, like, in the baby stages. It's slowly learning, but it's at baby stages right now. And more developmental news, creating an avatar from scratch is now easier thanks to the new Avatar Auto Setup tool in Studio. Creators can now automatically rig, create, cage, segment, and skin 3D models with a click of a button. And to be honest, that sounds a little bit more complicated than it should. Or no, it sounds more simple than it is complex, I think is how I'm wording it. Because I don't know anything about modeling. I've been trying to learn, but I just know how to make like a tree. That's all I know how to make. And I think that this will be better for creators who know how to do this stuff, more simplifying the process. But then again, the people who actually take the time to like learn all these skills to make high quality games, they don't get the attention they deserve. In fact, I've seen like several copy paste games on the For You page in Roblox and all that, and it's very sad, to be honest, how little those people that genuinely need these types of updates and developmental tools to like simplify the process get shoved from Roblox because they don't have enough players in them. And I think that's just sad. And as I was saying previously, the amount of copy-paste games that I see, like Naruto, like all those games, like the Speed Simulator, all this stuff, they're actively making that problem kind of worse with the rights manager, because you can actually, from my understanding, you can get rights from characters, from like big companies who want their products in Roblox games. You can make them and be like, hey, I want the rights to this. And they'll be like, okay, you can do this. And I was going to explain the tweet to you. Roblox has announced the launch of Rights Manager, a new destination for managing IP infringement removal requests. And I don't know if this would be like a way for like companies to specifically be like, hey, I want this in the game or out of the game, more so out of the game. Yeah, I want this out of the game. They'll be like, oh sure, you can have this out of the game, but you know what we're gonna do? This is what they're gonna do. You know what we're gonna do? Now that you removed your character from this, we're gonna make a completely new character that's similar, not exact, similar to yours, and it's gonna look similar. That's what I think is gonna happen. People are gonna try to bypass it, because that's what they do. They always try to bypass it, but they try to do. And with the final pieces of news coming to a close, here's something that happened a while ago, or matter of fact, like 6 days ago? Roblox cards, Roblox gift cards, can now be redeemed in any region, regardless of where they were originally purchased. The currency it was bought with will convert to your local currency, which is the solution to all your problems. But to be honest, I don't know why they didn't do this when they were seeing the problem of like people buying the Roblox cards from different countries and then being like, haha, I got 500 Robux because I spent like $1 on it. Woo, $1 USD, to be honest. And those are like insane, to be honest, that was happening. And to be honest, I should have thought of that. I should have done that. I could have sold lots of Roblox gift cards, to be honest, even though that's illegal. If you resell gift cards, that is in fact illegal. That is a crime. But I wish I thought of that sooner, because I could have been rich. And if you want something that's translated already, and you want to keep it translated that way, you can now lock or unlock the entry to ensure that it will not be impacted by future updates to automatic translations. And I think this is kind of cool. But yeah, I think this is cool to an extent where like you can just like say Coca-Cola and it won't be translated to say like Coke, a cola, or something like that. Like brand names, I feel like might not translate well in certain countries, or maybe they will. I don't know actually. You know what? I don't know much about translation, to be honest. I shouldn't really be talking about that. But yeah, those are kind of my thoughts. I don't know much about it though, so I don't think I have a word or is right to say what I think about it. And finally, my final piece of news before I disappear. Starting June 1st, all Roblox toy code items will in fact be going limited. So if you bought a toy at a retailer, any retailer in the US or whatever they sell them at, whatever country, I think it's US and Canada right now, but anywhere you go and you bought a Roblox toy code, a Roblox toy, it comes with a little code, and that code is like a virtual item that you get for free basically. Or no, not free basically, like it comes included with the toy. But those are going to go limited, and I feel that's a nice way for items to be in circulation, more items in circulation. Because like, what if you want something? What if you want this? What if you want that? Well, you could only buy it with the toy. Well, not no more, because now you get it all with limiteds. You can just sell it. You can make more money, I think. You can make your money back. But I think that's also causes a problem, because more people are in fact going to like hoard the toy code and try to sell them, or like sell them at a high valuation, so that way no one that really wants them can really get them. That's my honest opinion on what might happen. Well guys, that's the end of the podcast. Make sure to check out my YouTube channel Crazy Stupid Plays, my Twitter or X at True Roblox News and Crazy Stupid Plays, and don't forget to leave 5 stars on the podcast wherever you get your podcast from. 5 stars, thumbs up, whatever you do. Make sure you also follow the podcast so you never miss an update. And I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye, everyone.